this is your message for walking in your purpose. So we're going to see what your message is. So hopefully you guys saw the video where you guys chose your pile. If not, I will leave the link in the description box so you can choose the right pile for you. And maybe, you've already did, you were divinely led to this. But just in case, I will leave the link. And this is a video that I was divinely led to do. And I came across an article that helped me with some very important key points for knowing if your purpose is divinely driven and called or not. So, as far as a purpose, a divine purpose and calling, it is not our gifts or our talents or skills. Our gifts and our talents and our skills are a part of our purpose. They may even lead us to our purpose or open the doors to our calling and purpose, but it is not the purpose and calling per se. So, yeah, and one rule of thumb to discern whether you are walking in a divine calling or purpose is, are you being spiritually driven in that calling and purpose, or are you being self-driven? So if you're spiritually being led into things, so let's say for instance with, this whole thing. When I started, I avoided it for the longest time, starting my channel, because I was like, no, I don't have enough experience. No one's going to want to watch me. I don't want to be on camera. I don't have the right setup. I had every excuse in the world. And I just kept feeling the pull to do it. So it wasn't me saying, oh, I'm just going to start a YouTube channel because, oh, I like cards or tarot cards, or, oh, because, it's what's popping now. Everybody's doing it, or people are making money off of it. So that wasn't my thing. I was divinely guided into it. And I know a lot of people might not sit well with that, especially for those that, say they're Christians, or people that are into the tarot community. They might look at me and be like, okay, well, why are you talking about God and all of that? There's no separation. When you're divinely led into certain things, if it's called by God, if it's ordained by God for you, it is what it is. So you can't say, oh, you can't do that because of this, or, oh, it's, you can't cast your judgments. And that's when I say, again, that religious thing, that when I talk about God, I'm not talking about a religious God. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, again, a personal relationship with your divine creator, period. Period. So, yeah, with that being said, let's tap in. The first thing that I'm getting with the key is, this is a very powerful group of influence here, because the key, they talk about the key in the Bible, and Spirit just gave me a whole download with that. But the key of David, the key to the house of David, is so significant. It's a significant parable and symbol. And so for whoever chose this pile, you have something very significant, and you, I feel like, are going to be very, very influential to bring light to a lot of people, and for them to find that divine light and that divine peace and that divine restoration and that divine gift that we all are meant to have. You're going to find that. So it's this is a very powerful group. I'm going to say this is the spiritual high priestesses and high priests that I'm talking to. You guys have a very powerful seat. You really do. And I feel like you're going to leave behind something very significant that others will be able to, you know, it's really going to edify a lot of people, pretty much. All right. So first, we're going to look at, are you walking in your purpose? Are you walking in your purpose? It's pile number 1, Holy Spirit walking in their true divine purpose. Page of Cups, loyalty. Yes. You guys are loyal to your spiritual calling and purpose, or you're loyal to divine, the Most High. You're loyal to spirit. So yes, I feel like you're receptive. You have a heart that is pure, or you have a heart of a child, meaning you have a divine trust. You trust God. You trust spirit. You trust that the universe works. in your favor. You know this. And I feel like deep down in your heart, you know that you have something to give and to offer the world. And it's coming from a place of love and humbleness. I'm going to say yes. So this leads me to my next point, about how to overcome opposition with your calling and purpose. It is a given that you will go through spiritual tests. You will go through spiritual temptations. You will go through spiritual attacks. Anytime you choose your purpose, the whole thing is from the darker forces is to take you off your path, to confuse you, to distract you, to send agents in your life to distract you or to discourage you off of your purpose or path, sending negative spirits and beings to condemn you, to talk down upon you, remind you of your past, or people to just come in and distract you or confuse you. So that is a heads up that is a given. Whenever you choose your purpose and calling, you have to always be mindful that there are going to be tests and temptations. It's very important that you stand firm in your purpose and calling. And that's why I tell people all the time, because this is a heavy topic. People love this topic, and I get it. As humans, we want to know what our purpose and calling is. Why are we on this earth? What am I supposed to do while I'm here? We all have that natural desire to serve in a way, or to live out a purpose that is meaningful, and to help others. So this is a question that I get often. What's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing in life? I will say this. I can tell you key things that Spirit will give me to tell you. It could be one thing, it could be two, three, four, whatever things. But I cannot give you the whole, because I'm not God. I'm not your creator. I have not created you. So I can't tell you verbatim every detail. And if I was to do that, what need would you have to go to the divine source to understand your path? Because that's another thing. And I'm going to talk about this key point when I get to it. But just briefly to say that you're going to discover that your purpose and path, you can't do it without God. You can't do it without source, without that source of direction. When you're doing things with a purpose, it's not about you. So it's not you saying, oh, I'm just going to get up today and upload a video about this. And some people do that. That might, not everybody, many are called, but few are chosen. If you're choosing, or you have no choice but to follow that purpose and calling, because there's something that you're supposed to bring into this world as a light, as a beacon of light for the Most High. Everything that you do has to be premeditated by the divine. Like, okay, what do I need to do? Am I guided to do this? Do I say this? Should I, and when I say premeditate, it's not to be overzealous and say, oh, I can't do this until I know what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do. Sometimes you're just led to just speak, or you're just led to write something, or you're just led to go to a certain place, and you might not know why you're being guided to do it until you get there, and God is like, well, I will give you what to say, or you'll see why I told you to go, or you're going to meet this person today, or this type of woman is going to approach you. You're going to get the steps. You just got to trust. Okay. All right. Second point, again, what is the opposition, or how to overcome the oppositions that come your way with your purpose and calling? Seven of Wands, resilience. You have to be resilient. You have to know, this is a get up card. Get up and not lay down, because you're going to get knocked down, but don't stay down. And you have to be able to know how to combat these energies. And when I say combat, doesn't mean that you have to go out of your way to argue back and forth with people or try to prove yourself to people, because your purpose is not to appease people. Okay? It's not about them per se. You're here to help, but you're not here to be a footstool to them. So it's not about fighting back, but it's, continuing to motivate and keep going, and knowing why and what you're doing. You have to remind yourself of where you're going and why you're doing it. You have to constantly remind yourself of that. Okay. Until you get really confident in that thing. Um, what will this purpose bring? What does your purpose bring to the table? What does your purpose bring to the table? Heartbreak, Three of Swords, Judgment, Action, and Page of Swords, Education. Yeah. You are going to convict a lot of people with your voice, with your knowledge. Not everybody's going to like what you have to say. I'm just going to say it. They're not going to like it. They're not. But you're here to help resurrect people spiritually, that people that are spiritually dead, people that ultimately truly seek a happier life. They seek a life of peace. And I feel some people have just come to a place where they feel like there's no hope for them. Oh my God, I just felt it. Oh, that's the heartbreak. That hurt. Where people feel like, I just felt the sadness. Where you're going to come across and you're going to speak to people, or you might have a platform. This looks like a person that's on a, I kind of look, it looks like a screen. It's an angel of judgment, of the judgment day, the resurrection of the dead in the book of Revelations. But it looks like a screen and people, an audience watching. So I feel like you're going to be some type of teacher, someone that is going to speak to a lot of people. And I feel like you're going to speak to people very globally. So your purpose is quite big, I feel. And even if it's just on the internet and you feel like, I'm not big, no one knows who I am on TV or anything, but you might have a platform, social media platform or something, where you have thousands of people that like your posts, watch your videos, share your videos or your posts or retweets and stuff. You're reaching a lot of people more than you realize. So however this comes about, just keep an open mind about this, and again, consult God first to get the details that you're allowed to see when you're allowed to see it, because prophecy is told in parts. You're not always meant to see the complete ins and outs sometimes. You just got to trust the process and trust what you're given. And I feel that the people that you're going to be speaking to, these are people that feel like there's no hope for them. They feel so broken in spirit that they become spiritually dead. It's like they might partake in things because they're just like, well, fuck life. Well, excuse me, what's life? Like, why am I here? What's the purpose? Or I might as well just drink myself to death. I might as well just have sex with this person, that person, or just, become materialistic just to feel good about myself or whatever. I feel like you're going to speak to the people, you're going to speak to the dry bones, literally. Those who are spiritually deficient. Okay. So how to walk purposefully in your purpose and your calling. How do you walk purposefully? Thank you. You have the Five of Swords, revenge. So how to walk purposefully is knowing that you come with a purpose to dismantle the destruction, the falseness, the darkness. You come against darkness to bring light. That you know that you're going to have to be in war with that. Anytime you choose your purpose and calling to do something that is bringing light to people, to show them the light of the Most High, and to uplift and motivate people, and to encourage them to live a life that is of divinity, and to lead them to their callings and purposes and help them with their gifts, you're making the dark forces upset, because the dark forces, their intention is to keep us in darkness, to keep us in disarray, to keep us in bondage, to keep us in a place of just evilness, darkness, sadness, destruction, death. So your thing is how to walk purposefully is to know that I don't come here to play no games. And not everybody's going to like it. All right. So, how will your purpose bless others? So, heal or inspire people. How is it so? Stillness, the hangman. Trust with the Knight of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, completion. So, how you're going to bless and inspire others is through your sacrifices. It's kind of similar to one of the other groups, but through your sacrifices, through your experiences, your ability to still stand still and calm in the midst of all of that and the losses and, you know, having to make certain sacrifices, how you're still able to, it's more so the wisdom that you've acquired through that. And the hangman, it's like he's in a position that is awkward, that almost feels unnatural to the body, but it's a point center in the body that aligns you, that actually it's like, how do I explain it? My sister explained it way better than me, but it's a certain when they do certain yoga poses, and it's like a certain position that when you put your head upside down, it's like the circulation in your brain, it activates certain things mentally in the brain and spiritually. But this also metaphorically, I feel like, is when you look at things from a place where most might say is out of order, or people might not even want to attempt to look at things from a different way because they feel like it's just not right, it's out of order, it's weird, it's awkward, it doesn't make sense to do that, or why would I challenge one way of thinking, you know, why would I do that? You've done that, and with that comes a stillness and peace that people don't get. And again, it's like, I don't understand how you can live through that, but it's because the sacrifices that you made, and you renewing your mind, you shifting your mindset has helped you become aware of that. And that's what the key is as well, I feel, is the spiritual acknowledgement and wisdom. So the Knight of Pentacles is that you help people to really trust their processes and where they're going, and show people that there is a silver lining with the Ten of Cups. There is a promise. Though this Ten of Cups does not show the typical depiction with the rainbow, the family and the rainbow, that covenant, that energy, it still stands, that promise and that covenant between God and the inhabitants of the earth, that that still stands. So you give people a level of trust in their process. And, you know, we know the Knight of Pentacles, he is the slowest knight in the deck. He does not move without purpose, okay? He's also very down to earth. It also may be that you help people grow through their process of waiting and patience in within their process and with themselves, if that makes sense. So, what will others gravitate towards? What do you have that others, what does your purpose have that others will gravitate towards? The light within you, what is it that people are going to gravitate towards about that purpose, that call, that light? Yeah, just as a warning, you're going to attract obsessive people. People that are going to want to have access to you. This makes me feel like you guys might be some type of celebrity. I don't know if some of you guys are that. I don't know who watches my channel. So, you know, who knows? But you have a high level of influence, or you're someone that has some type of platform, or you're popular, as you know, society says. The King of Wands, you could be very attractive. Your passion, your confidence, your you have a energy about you that is very creative, you're very attractive, you come across very confident, very assertive, you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about. You're someone that people just naturally gravitate to, and you're someone that does create change and movement. You are someone that I feel people might watch you and see your transitions, your transformations. They might see where you might have come from one level and you leveled into one other area. And it's like, oh, wow. But you will attract people that are going to be obsessed with you. You're going to attract some spiritually unhealthy people that will want to gravitate towards you because of what you have, or they're going to seek to destroy you. So you might attract a lot of narcissistic people. You might attract some people that might be stalkers, gang stalkers, people that, yeah. And another thing too is that why people gravitate towards you is because you're very powerful. And you guys, this group, you guys might get attacked a lot. Like you guys already, I feel like, might deal with a lot of people that are haters or people that say negative things towards you, or you've dealt with some really nasty people in your life, or people that have abused you. And I feel like the enemy is very attracted to you also because you have a very major platform, or you will, or you have a major influence, and it's like, oh no, we have to shut this person down. Like, we can't have this, so we're going to come at them any angle that we can. But you're a powerful force. You're very, very powerful, and it's the divine power within self that they see, and they don't, they don't like it. And some people, they like it to an extent because they want to obtain that, or they're obsessed with what they think you are. And when they can't obtain that or have access to it, they might attack you. And when I say attack, I'm not getting like physical harm. I mean like verbal attacks and spiritual attacks your way. So I feel like you might attract some narcissistic people, or people that are sexually deviant might be attracted to you because these people, some of these people, they don't have divine light. They're filled with darkness, and some of them are agents of the dark. So they're not going to look at you for your divinity. They're looking at you from the flesh, and they see an attractive man or woman, or they see a person in a powerful position, and they naturally just like, oh, I got to have this person, or oh, I'm jealous of this person, or oh, I want to partake in what they have to offer. I want to mooch off of that. I want to use this. You might attract those type of people. Just saying. Okay. So use your discernment with that. But, your suggested point to find your center in God. So anytime in your purpose and calling, we have to have some type of center in relation and fellowship with our Creator in order to understand where we're going and where we're headed, what season we're in, where should we sit down, should we heal, should we do this, should we do that. So what is your point and center to connect with Source for your purpose that is suggested? Encouraged. Okay, deceit. Wealth and speed. Your point and center is, I feel like, to check in and just use your discernment and ask Spirit, okay, the things that I'm currently doing and investing in, is this the right direction? Check my intentions. Is my intentions well? Am I putting my the right energy out there? Am I sound? Am I stable? Am I grounded in this? Because you guys, I feel like that you have a lot that's asked of you and required of you. And I feel like if you don't know, well, now you know. But no, I'm getting that it's just using your discernment and really seeking God's wisdom on certain things, and checking yourself and correcting yourself, because sometimes I feel like this pile, if you were to be unhealed in certain areas, you might have a tendency to be very arrogant because of your level of power and influence that you have, or that you're given, or that you will be given. That it could be very easy for someone in such a position to be very egotistical, and kind of play God and think that they're above something higher and greater that created them, which is very dangerous. And I feel like that's why Spirit is saying to center yourself. Okay. Where to place your focus. So where is your direction and focus and strategy? Distraction. Completion. Okay, putting an end to certain distractions. Okay, some of you guys might have some emotional attachments that pull on you, or people that emotionally pull on your energy. Sometimes the spirit is saying you got to put an end to that, or set up some proper boundaries, because you're close to ending a cycle. And this cycle that you're closing out, it's going to lead to a new chapter in your life. So you're going to have to be very focused. So your point and direction right now, where spirit wants to place your focus, is you cutting out distractions. And okay, what is distracting me? Who's distracting me? Okay, how do I handle that? How do I move forward? So I'm going to read this quote and why it's very important to be focused and be strategic and be directed in your purpose. Why spirit sometimes will be like, okay, I want you to go to this party, and you're like, okay, why do you want me to go to this party? I don't get it. Like, I don't want to go. I don't really like the people that are there. And spirit is like, go to this party. And when you go to this party, I need you to do such and such, this, and that, or prepare for this, and that. You go to the party. You bump into someone you ain't talked to in years, and this person is venting to you about something, and then spirit reminds you of something that you were given the provision to say or to do, and that ends up being something that helps that person in need. So it's very important to seek out divine direction. So the quote from the article that inspired this whole spread that I've made was, purpose is focused and it's strategic. It is a compass that drives where you go, what you say, who you associate with. So again, distractions. We're going to go back to the distractions. There's certain things, or there's certain moments in time where spirit is going to drive you to certain spaces and environments, or drives you to say certain things, or to do certain things, or to move, or to go here, to go there. Don't go here, don't go there, don't associate with this person, whatever. And you have to be obedient to that, and trust yourself, trust spirit, trust God, trust your angels, that they have your best will and intentions, because you might have some associates around you that are distracting you right now. Doesn't mean that it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, or for everyone, that these are people that you need to permanently cut off. It might be that for a time you need to separate yourself from certain people, or not answer for certain phone calls or texts at a certain time or day or whatever. Spirit might be like, okay, don't talk to that person right now. I need you to focus on this. You can call them back later. Or it's not a good idea for you to be hanging out with this person anymore, or for you to be dating this person, or I need you to forgive this person and release them because they're blocking your destiny, your purpose. That resentment is holding you back. That jealousy is holding you back. That unforgiveness is holding you back. Or it could be people being naturally just removed out of your life, or them deciding to no longer be a part of your life. You have to be okay with that, because everything has a season and its time. Not every connection or relationship or environment or job or living situation or home, city, or wherever you're stationed is permanent. Sometimes you will be guided to move for certain reasons, and you have to trust spirit on that, especially when it comes to your purpose. You have to trust. So yeah, end certain distractions, end all distractions. Next question is, how do you interact with people with healthy boundaries? So the key to your purpose is to always be compassionate, but you also have to have a level of boundaries with people as well. So how do you interact with others in your purpose with healthy boundaries, especially of your influence? Because like I said, I feel like you might attract some people to you that they're not good. One thing that, and I said this in one of the other groups, I don't think I said it in all the groups, so I'm going to say it in this one as well. My aunt was saying something to me because I was wrestling with some things when it came to people and trusting people. And I was like, well, when I meet new people, how do I know if they're a good person, or they're going to be a good, someone that I can trust. And she said, you don't go in wondering what role people are going to play in your life. You speak to everyone that you meet. You speak to everyone in the room, because it's common, common human decency, because we're all here on this planet. So we all deserve to get a hello and a how are you, or how was your day, or, what's your name, and just be kind, spread kindness. But that doesn't mean that you have to get personal. And if it's meant for certain people to be in your life, whether it's seasonal or lifetime, it will happen naturally. But the key is to be kind to everyone. And I will say, with the Fool card, the Strength card, and the Justice card, is that you're someone that brings change. So when you enter a space with people, your energy automatically just shifts things, and you have a regalness and a confidence and bravery about you that people really, really admire. And some people might be threatened by that. And you're a truth speaker. Okay, you're someone that calls it out as it is, and you help to help people realign. So how to interact with healthy boundaries is to be open, but in a way that's divinely led, because the Fool is a card of blind faith, but having faith that you're safe and you're being led and you're being guided. And to also be brave and stand in your power. And that doesn't mean exercising your authority in a way of trying to humiliate people, trying to intimidate people, or trying to cause people to feel lesser than you. That's not regalness. That's not courage. That's not strength. That's not true confidence. So compassion and being courageous and standing firm in who you are and who you were called to be, and being of a truth. Okay. How to find your confidence, aka your confidence in your purpose, your calling. Okay, your confidence, your purpose speaks for itself. Spirit will back you up. Spirit will back up your anointing, your light. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. It is what it is. Your purpose, your gifts will speak for themselves. But how do you have confidence, and aka confidence, in your purpose and calling? Okay. Sorry, my cat's trying to come in. Come on, girl. I hate that door. Okay. So, inner voice and solitude. You being tapped in, like fully tapped in, that prayer that goes back to the prayer, meditation, and that connection and fellowship with the divine, the most high, and checking in and seeking that guidance within you first, with God, and not outside of self first. That is the thing that is going to help you be confident in your gift, because no one, and I'm going to say this, and before I do, let me let my cat out of the room. Give me a second. Okay. Because your position, you're really going to have to be okay with the fact that not everybody's going to have the answers you seek. Because if you're going to be in a high position of authority, you really have to trust yourself in trusting yourself in God. Meaning, no matter what it looks like, no matter what other people say and how they respond and what they think, I know what God called me to do and to be. I know why I'm here. I know what positioned me and called me here. No matter what it looks like, or no matter what anybody else says to me, you have to have that type of level of confidence and faith in your purpose. Remember how I was saying, I get that you guys, this is a lot of high priests and high priestesses of the divine. That is you. And the hermit represents that divine wisdom. And this is that time where we spend with God in our solitude and our moments of alone time, or our moments of Maybe, you know, we don't always feel led to socialize or to go out. It might be times where we have to separate ourselves and to prepare ourselves and to find our divine purposes in light. So this is very significant. So that's how you gain your confidence, and confidence is through that constant seeking within self, that within God, if that makes sense. Because if you try to look outside of yourself, it's going to cause a lot of conflict and confusion. You know, some of these things, they are compasses and they will help you along the way, but you have to seek it for yourself. And spirit will show you certain things on your path and maybe use certain vessels to help you. But at the end of the day, you seeking it out, it's not going to work for you, because you have to be solid in your knowledge and wisdom in God and what is given to you inside of you. Does that make sense? Hopefully. All right. Lastly, what are the doors in which your purpose will open for you? The divine destiny, the doors, the favor, your reputation. What is that which your purpose will open for you? Are you walking in your divine purpose? Empathy, prospects, and comfort. So the Queen of Cups is the favor. I feel like people, well, first off, your reputation is going to be that you are someone that is very loving. You're someone that a lot of people are going to adore, just as you will have people that are haters of you, but the lovers are outnumbered by the haters, okay? So you'll have more people that truly love you and appreciate you, that than it is that people that seek to destroy you and dislike you, because some of them, they're not going to be able to deny the power of God that lies within you, the light that's in you. They can't deny that. They're not going to be able to do that. So it is what it is. With the Page of Pentacles, prospects, you will open doors where you're going to have a lot of support as well. Divine opportunities that come to you, maybe opportunities that lead to some type of financial comfort and wealth. But your reputation is going to be that you're someone that is very loving. You're someone that is very strong. You're someone that is self-assured. You're someone that is very spiritually in tune and connected. You are someone of a humble spirit. You are someone that does provide things of value, seeds of value, and you're going to plant seeds. You're going to plant good seeds on fertile ground, and some of you, it will lead to you being financially stable and live a comfortable life, as far as not having to worry. In spirit, like I said, your needs will be always cared for and supplied for, but you're a person of good heart. You're a person of strength and divine power and authority and love. That would be your reputation through your purpose and your gifts. So much love to you guys. As always, please take this message up with spirit. But I'm not done yet. Actually, I forgot. I wanted to use this deck just as more guidance or advice. Thank you. Holy Spirit, thank you for pile or group 3. Those that chose the key. What is the message? This came out in the other pile. I don't know if I pulled this for all the cards. I feel like I didn't. I don't think I pulled this for all the groups. But you got, one of the groups had the same card, and it says God will lead the way. So again, this is just reassurance and trust that you are being divinely guided. And the message, the scripture from Romans, what is it? Romans 15:19, if you guys want to screenshot it. It says, they were convinced by the power of miraculous signs and wonders and by the power of God's Spirit. So Spirit is going to confirm a lot of things to you through the power of these signs and wonders that God creates. You can't deny that it's God. You can't deny, you can't say that, oh, this is the trick of the enemy or the devil or whatever, I'm being tricked, or maybe this is just a figment of my imagination, or something is trying to mislead me, you're going to know that you're being divinely guided and divinely led. It's something that is undeniable to you. So that is a message. Group 3, I hope that was helpful to whoever needed to hear this message. As always, be blessed, be safe, take care.